Thanks for downloading a 3CR podcast. 3CR is an independent community radio station based in Melbourne, Australia. We need your financial support to keep going. Go to www.3cr.org.au for more information and to donate online. Now stay tuned for your 3CR podcast.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard-earned weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on this fine Sunday morning. Every Sunday, 9:30 a.m. in the morning on your 8:55 a.m. dial for 3CR. Jeez, I stuffed that
Like
up.
a struggle street there, on it.
Oh, straight away for swearing Frankie Beauty, mate. Yeah,
All
good
over
start
it.
to the show. We might as well start again.
You got a lecture about that.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
Frankie?
Oh, that's you, mate. Make sure you put you in. Anyway, we're going to kick off, and we've got the proverbial
Oh, here we go.
swearer. No, Campo, up the end there. Good morning, Campo.
Good morning, my friend.
Two trees.
Good morning.
And Sparrow.
Morning, everyone.
How are we all going today? All fine? All fine?
Yeah, we didn't win the
Oh,
lotto.
good, mate.
We didn't win the lotto this week, so we're back again. You know?
No, at least I got paid eventually after about 8 weeks. But anyway, that's another story. Look,
Well, if you would have picked a winning ticket, you would have got paid a lot sooner.
I think there was a bit of change in there too, wasn't there?
yeah, there was too. I can't remember that. Anyway, we've got a guest on this morning. We've got the Secretary of the CFMEU, John Sekta. So we're going to cut to him right now. Are you there, John?
Yes.
Oh, good on you, mate. Look, it's great to have you on, John Sekta, the Secretary of the CFMEU, and we will get you on this morning and talk about the bad news about you retiring. We're all upset, but I think you've done a great job and you've been there a long time.
Yeah, thanks, Longy. Yeah, sad news. I know some people will be celebrating.
Yeah, the bosses will be, mate, but that's all right.
Yeah. I suppose they will be. That's a good sign, isn't it?
It's a great sign. We love upsetting them.
It's been a pretty enjoyable most times and exciting. Never a dull moment, to be quite honest, as Camo would say.
Yeah.
But it's been an eye opener too, to be quite honest. You know.
Look, mate, and you could write a book of what you've been through and all the things you've seen from the BL days and all that. What would you call some of the great highlights in your career?
Look, I think one of the greatest highlights was the 36-hour week campaign that we had. I mean, we had that politically motivated Coal Royal Commission, and in the middle of that building industry Coal Royal Commission, we actually embarked on a 36-hour week campaign, and a lot of our younger members would know that you only got a 36-hour week, every second Monday off if you worked on a shopping centre. Every other site was 1 day off a month.
That's right.
38, and it was every construction worker's dream to have, and we went out and fought for it, and there was a lot of people against us, and people said you're never going to achieve it.
Even our own people, John.
Oh, exactly. Even some of our own people, the people that were running the national office then. I mean, everyone, were all against us, and And you know what? And we sort of got through and we actually won it, which was a pretty big, that would probably be one of the biggest highlights,
Yeah. One of them, geez, there's been plenty of them, mate. We'd be here all day if we spoke about highlights that you've been in charge of. And like, one of the great things going on at the moment, I think, you've obviously been behind, is the membership. It's going through the roof.
Yeah. The membership is at an all-time high, so and it just keeps growing. And if you look around, there's really not that much, construction. There's a lot of civil construction, not that much construction. Like from my office, you used to see a whole heap of cranes, and yet the membership keeps growing. So there's a lot of permits being issued for a lot of multi-storey towers, and God help us once they all start. I mean, the membership is just going to. To give you a bit of an idea, we inducted another 30 delegates or shop stewards, and on last Thursday's meeting.
Yep.
And I mean that takes us up to 570. I still call them shop stewards, but people call them delegates. 570 delegates in Victoria. I mean that is just massive, So as the membership keeps growing. Everything's growing.
Some unions haven't got that many members. It's been fantastic. We couldn't even squeeze you in the room. We'll have to look at that for the next meeting too.
Well, we're getting so big we can't have. We're not going to be able to have our delegates meet or shop stewards meetings at our headquarters. We're going to have to look for a bigger venue, which is a good problem to have, I suppose.
It's a great problem. And John, you want to the building going on next door? That's one of your babies. And do you want to explain to the listeners what's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, that's in collaboration with Incolink. If it wasn't for Incolink, that actually wouldn't be happening. I mean, it's going to be a training and wellness centre. We're going to have an Indigenous cultural awareness centre in there, a support centre for a lot of our Indigenous brothers and sisters. We're going to have a women's support centre in there. You're going to have a lot of women who've got all sorts of problems, women that want to get into the building industry, don't know how to do it. They're going to be able to come down there and they'll be guided on, because we're encouraging more and more women to come in the construction industry. It's going to have a gym set up over there. It's going to be like a rehab gym, and we're going to have a person there. So if we've got a member that's been injured, and sometimes when you've been injured, they just give you a gym pass and they go over and exercise your shoulder. Well, if you've never been to a gym, how do you do that? So you're going to be able to have a few sessions in your union's gym, because it's the members' gym. You're going to be able to go down there, have a proper professional there show you, physiotherapy or whatever they call them, to show you what to do. You might have 5 sessions there and all that. Then you can go off and, train at a gym near your home. But at least you'll be able to go to the gym that your union's built for you, and be able to, in comfort and with a lot of support, learn how to sort of get back on your feet.
It's going to be fantastic. But one thing you've done very well, another thing you've done very well is, because the concrete gangs, we're always behind the old blokes that are retired and all the blokes that have been through the concrete gang. But the turns you put on the Christmas party and another turn during the year put on from, mate, they absolutely wrap it. It's massive now. We'll end up having that in the casino the way it's going.
Yeah. Oh, look, when I was the assistant secretary, Billy Oliver was the secretary then, and he used to just absolutely drive me mad saying, John, you've got to get this going, you've got to get it going, you've got to get it going. And I got it going, and it was a bit slow when it started, but our retired members, a lot of them were at the forefront. If it wasn't for them and the sacrifices they made, we wouldn't have what we've got now. We're a member-driven, like people sort of say, I'm the boss. I'm not the boss. The members are our bosses. The members are the ones that pay our wages, and that's our motto. You come to our office, you'll see it up on the walls. It says, remember, the members pay your wages, and this is a 100%. Member-driven union, and the retired members, they're just rapt to be acknowledged for what they've done, and they feel special. We have 2 functions for them a year. They come along, they have a lot of drink, good food, and it's fantastic. It's good to see, old mates, old workmates, that sometimes haven't seen each other in 20 years, catch up at a retired members thing. And that's getting bigger and bigger too, which is fantastic.
And they absolutely wrap it. I know a retired member comes in from Sale on the train. Geez, that's a good effort. It's just how much he loves it. But we must mention the training centre too. The training unit. Not forgetting Annie Duggan. She fought for all that training unit for years and years until she retired. She did a marvellous job. But that's going on. That's just kicking on too. And by the way, John, I must tell you, the concrete gangs. There'll be 3 towers from the crane industry, but getting delivered there today. We've donated 3 crane towers for the training unit for the people to get their gold tickets and all that. So, but it's going from strength to strength, isn't it?
Oh, look, I remember when Anne Duggan first was starting it, people weren't interested in training back then. I mean, when you look at it now, to what it's become.
Massive.
And she had an uphill battle, and she stuck at it and helped create what it is now. So now it's a respected, it's one of the best training units in Australia. I mean, Stephen D out there and his team are doing a fantastic job now, so they're sort of changing a few things around. We're looking at getting some land so we can have training for excavator and machine operators, on land. So, I mean, it's just growing bigger. The training is really, really getting bigger and bigger, and we want to provide the best training for our members so they've all got access to it.
And one of the other things you pumped, I remember when you first come in, it was get our logo out there, get our stuff out there, and make brand, get our merchandise, and the merchandise, you've got that gone through the roof. Is there anything you haven't done well?
Look, it's a team effort,
No, I know that, mate. But it's about you. It's about you when you're retiring, mate. So we've got to look. You cop the shit. You've copped plenty of that over the years. Don't worry about that. There's all the people, the press, and all that's going on. So look, we're just humble little people on the Concrete Gang members that we've seen what you've done. So we've got to wrap you up. And when we have a few beers, you're probably going to retire so you can spend more time with Rudy, are you?
He'll probably keep working, so I'll still have a bit of a break.
Yeah, but all the merchandise that's gone through the roof, isn't it?
Well, just for the listeners, I mean, if you look at it, we turned over $1 million just in merchandise. I mean, that is massive. I mean, and the only reason it was that much, is we just couldn't get it. We cannot keep up with the merchandise, so we must be doing something right. I mean, a lot of our younger members and all that, you see everyone wearing the gear. It's someone was telling me, Jesus, you even go to a nightclub in Melbourne, you've got people there wearing CFMEU. So, look, it is a well-known brand now. It's a household brand, sometimes for the wrong reasons, but nevertheless, like I say, there's nothing worse than always been talked about. It's never been talked about.
That's right, yeah. But look, I'll ask you something simple. I mean, when you retire, what are you looking at doing? I mean,
Well, look, I'm hoping to sort of stay on the Inklink board.
Yeah.
I represent the union's interest on the Inklink board. And look, so I'll be doing that. That'll keep me a bit busy, but I'll still have a fair bit of free time. So, I want to spend a lot more time with my two youngest kids.
Yeah.
My eldest is a shop steward delegate on a site. But, the young ones, I mean, like one of our DBMC members said, time is something you can never get back, and if you don't spend time with your family and sometimes, unfortunately, we get sucked into chasing the dollars, the double time, and the Sunday work and all that, which is just, you want to provide the best you can for your family and, make hay while the sun shines. But sometimes what you forget is before you know it, your kids are growing up and you become distant from it. And I don't want that to happen. And so for me, family is everything too. So, I mean, you've got your union family and you've got your family and, I just want to do a lot more things with my kids, and over this Christmas period, we've done a lot of training together. With Kate and Johnny, and let me tell you, it's really to see how happy they are. But it makes me happy. It invigorates me too. So I mean, look,
he's blowing your shoulder out, hasn't he?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, holding the pads, they punch like mules. But I mean, but a bit of fishing. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of fishing. Buy a boat again.
Yeah, not a boat again. I remember the last one. Oh my God.
Oh, the last boat, I think it cost me about $8,000
yeah.
for flathead. Oh, gee, we had a lot of fun, Got towed in a few times and that, but I mean, we had a bit of fun at the ramp there. They could have just filmed scenes there. It would have been a top comedy series at your local ramp. But look, it was fun. It's a bit of a fun thing to do. So I mean, look, I'll say maybe I'll just fish by the Maribyrnong and just catch the glowing fish. Yeah.
What about so the heir apparent's been anointed, that Derek throwing his hat in the ring for the job? That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah. He's already had his T-shirt mailed out to him with the big target on its back. So,
well,
I was expecting, and the jacket and all that, and say, good luck, mate. They'll be throwing javelins around corners, mate. It'd be like those scene from Braveheart where they fire the arrows and they all sort of crouch down and their shields up. And I said, well, mate, that's what you're going to have to do every second day, mate.
Well, it could be a better bloke. I mean, the big shoes to fill. We know that with you, but Derek will do the job. I think we'll give him another loud hailer. He likes him.
Well, my view is, I reckon the next generation, they just take it that next step further. They have fresh ideas, they have new ideas. They're the new generation, and that's all part of it, you know. And I welcome it, and I look forward to seeing it, you know. And I'm sort of proud. Look, the proudest thing for me is to have led the union and been part of the union, you know, and having the support of the membership. I mean, that's a big thing for me. So
what a great honour.
Yeah, it is an honour to sort of lead the union, have the members sort of respect you, and wherever you sort of go, and you know, I've actually never ever been abused. Believe it. Actually, I got abused once in Adelaide.
I know. I heard about that. Yeah. Well, everyone gets abused over there.
He was the only person, but anyway, and then he got caught at the set of lights. But anyway,
well, listen, mate.
I mean, yeah.
Well, look, all we say is thanks for coming on. You've been a great supporter of the Concrete Gang, and we've kept it going for the great man, John Cummings, as you know, and we've done our best with what little we got, but we appreciate the support you've given us over the years, and we really hope whatever you do in your retirement, you have a great time, because you've been fantastic for the union. You're very well respected for all the 40,000 members we've got, or 45 or whatever. They all love you, and thanks for everything, and just enjoy your enjoyment, mate.
No, thanks a lot, brothers. But I mean, look, and just before I finish, I want to say, listen, I mean, John Cummings was my inspiration. He was my mentor, and this building's been named after him. It's great honour, as it should be. Yep. And he's, we've got an image of him here in the building, and like you asked, someone said, the younger people, John Cummings was, and I remember one of them said, yeah, he was an absolute legend. So, he was my mentor, and I sort of. I took a lot of what I do now sort of from him. So, so just a big thank you. I know Camo would be listening out there. Just a big thanks to Camo for all his
100%.
insight and everything we picked up from him.
Yep. Good on you, mate, and enjoy and have spend the last year just,
He's got to deliver the new EVA.
Good on you, mate. They don't give him any break. They don't give you a break, these blokes, do they?
I'm not across the line. I've got still 10 months to go.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, mate. All right, good on. We appreciate everything you've done, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
See you, Johnny boy.
And there it is. Good morning from John Sekta, the Secretary of the Union. Look, boys, you can't say enough good things about him. I mean, what he's done for the membership over the years. I mean, I remember when he started in the BLs, and I think he was a mechanic when he first started in the BLs, and since then he rose up the ranks pretty quickly, and we've got a lot of stuff just off his back, off being John Sekta.
His leadership under all the stuff he's gone through. A true test of someone's character is how they perform under adverse conditions, mate. 10 out of 10, Johnny.
All right, we better move on, but we're going to play the song, one of his favourites, I think, Eye of the Tiger. And there it was, Eye of the Tiger, and that's our man Sekta, Eye of the Tiger. He loved that song, and that's what he was about. He had the Eye of the Tiger. He made his decision. We're doing something, we're going with something, we always got it. But just on that, look, apologies from the Concrete Gang. Last week, there's a member of ours and an organiser, Angus McColl, who passed away last Sunday, I think it was, in Queensland. Angus was a Scot, obviously, with a name of Angus, a scaffolder, member of the BLF, Vic executive member then of the BLF, and was also both an organiser in the early 80s till after dereg. Then back to scaffolding, moving to the country Vic, and then regional West Australia for probably the last 25 years. Most importantly, he was a regular on the Concrete Gang in the 80s, but can't remember his AKA. We think it was Luigi, but we're not sure. Possibly an Italian name. Regards, Ralph Edwards. So to Angus McColl and his family, we apologise. Really, these are the people we love. Well, we love everyone on the Concrete Gang, but for someone that's put in for the BLF and also on the Concrete Gang, our condolences to the McColl family and all that out there from all of us. And and just on that, we've got to get this working better people so we can let people know when they've passed away and the funerals and all that. But we can only do it with information that comes into us. But anyway, so if we can prove that'd be great. So to Angus McColl's family, condolences. All right, boys.
And like the Gorilla said, if you do hear of a member pass away, ring the office and let us know, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we don't hear it. Yeah. And we'd rather get the message out before.
Give them late mail.
Now, you would have thought that we got a hot day during the week, and what about the dramas that came out of that, eh?
It's like it's never happened before.
But unbelievable. So there was a lot of sooking going on, and people wanting to pour 300 or 400 metres of concrete and have the blokes working in 38, drop dead. And
they already want to work the Sunday to make up for their shit program.
Concrete pours in the heat, so that still goes on, and good work to all the boys out there that did their best to stop it. Then we had the storms. We had the heat on the Tuesday, storms on the Wednesday. I drove down Ferntree Gully Road the other day. It looks like a tsunami's been through there. The trees are everywhere, power lines down, no lights at the corners. Unbelievable what that's done.
What about the grubby Herald Sun reporting that the ETU were refusing to take their members were refusing to take calls? And,
it's pretty ordinary. It's low.
Doesn't sound like the Herald Sun making up shit, does it?
Just for the record, the ETU have never done that and never will do that. You know, they've always been out there and helping the community, gathering their members to go out and when there's storms and help out. You know what I mean? And help. So
well, if they've got nothing to put in the papers, they'll be shit counting the unions. They've always done that. The Herald Sun was they're consistent, And they give poor old John. They used to give him a pasting, So anyway, all right. And Frankie's birthday. Happy birthday from the gang, mate.
Happy
Three
trees.
Three trees.
Three trees.
Albino rhino.
The albino rhino.
Diversity.
3 tenors. All the names of the day.
Not bad for 42.
1 year closer to retirement, If I had won the Powerball during the week, I would have been even closer. But
if you had a paid, it would have been better too.
Thanks for all the birthday wishes from everyone. Appreciate it.
Good on you, mate. Right. We all enjoy a good birthday. Young activists during the week.
Yeah, we had another instalment of our Young Activists meeting. It was actually fantastic. We had Joe spoke well, Christy spoke well. We had Rick Ortega down from CBUS explaining to the young members about how important super is. Lisa Zanata spoke a bit about some women's rallies and that and seminars that are coming up. Corey Locks gave a great speech, and it was a great turnout, especially on Valentine's Day. So a lot of people give their partners the ass and came down and got involved, and it was a great turnout. Big shout out to the man himself, Jimmy Harris. $1,000 worth of KFC went down a treat with them boys as well, boys and girls.
KFC.
Especially the Islander folk, they loved it. They were taking it home. So, there wasn't a spare bone in sight.
Oh, it's good. Spare bone. Give you a bone of me own, he said. All right. Now we're going to go on the Scallywags, and obviously the Herald Sun's leading the Scallywags. I mean, fancy putting something that I don't think anyone would believe that, would they? In the paper, but Herald Sun doesn't stop them, does it?
Nah.
How's I put Barnaby Joyce in there. How's him?
Yeah. Barnaby Joyce. What did happen there?
He was running around like a blind fool.
Was he pissed?
No, he had medication. He had some alcohol with it and bit of allergic reaction, you reckon?
Yeah. I've had a Skinny gets him.
16
allergic.
glasses.
I used to get him every 3 days.
Barnaby Joyce have allergic reaction to ban around, I reckon.
And sookies. We got any sookies for the week? There must be a few
There's always
sookies.
someone sooking. I know the boys down at Ashiona, down at Spa, down Parkdale level cross. I know they're blowing at the HSRs down there for pulling them up for a few unsafe work practices, and the boys stood fat, and then they ended up coming to their senses and agreeing with the boys, but they ended up doing something at the wrong time of day and caused the traffic jam that went from Parkdale to Chadstone. So
I'll tell you what,
Buses couldn't get through nothing.
some of these bosses with inclement weather, the hot day, like we haven't had one for ages, and next minute we get one hot day and it's like
Want to pour 300
they're all
metres
ready
of
to go
concrete.
broke.
We've heard it all before in the concrete gang, so I reckon the Herald Sun's got to win the Scallywag. Hands
100%.
down.
Hands down.
100%.
Sookie Lala.
I'd go Ashiona at Parkdale.
Yeah.
All right.
They created their own
They
problem.
created
Yeah.
their own problem. Shout out to the boys
Oceana
from
it
Parkdale.
is. All right, that's been a good show. It's been a great hearing from the Secretary. Fine time to come on the concrete gang. Great support of the concrete gang, and we all hope he has a great retirement. We'll go out the same old way. Dare to struggle?
Dare to win.
If you don't fight,
You lose.
It's good morning for the concrete gang, and we're going out with...
Rose Tattoo, we can't be beaten.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au. You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.